The city of Chicago just experienced an absolute breakdown. If you are a true ARMY, you need to brace yourself right now. The moment the private charter touched down at Midway Airport, the energy on the tarmac completely shifted, sending shockwaves across the global fanbase within seconds. We are talking about an unscripted, raw, and completely unexpected arrival that caught even veteran security details off guard. Fans have been tracking flights and scanning updates, but nobody could have predicted the exact chain of events that unfolded the moment Kim Taehyung stepped off that jet plane into the crisp Illinois air. As the engines cooled down, Midway Airport turned into the epicenter of the music universe. Thousands of fans gathered near designated perimeters began chanting, and the atmosphere went from simple excitement to pure frenzy the second the main cabin door swung open. Taehyung emerged first, wrapped in an oversized vintage wool coat, effortlessly commanding the landing strip with his signature calm yet magnetic presence. But right behind him, the rest of the BTS members, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, and Jungkook, followed, instantly turning a routine landing into an iconic historical event. What was supposed to be a standard transit through Chicago transformed into an emotional roller coaster that left half the crowd in tears and the online community absolutely spiraling. To understand why this specific Midway landing went viral everywhere, you have to look at the subtle dynamic playing out between all 7 members the second their feet touched the ground. Namjoon, acting as the steadfast leader he always is, immediately took charge of scanning the surroundings and coordinating with local security. His focused energy was a stark contrast to Jin, who managed to throw a wide, reassuring smile toward the perimeter fence, instantly melting the anxiety of fans waiting in the chill. Meanwhile, Suga kept it low-key, adjusting his beanie and walking with cool composure, while constantly keeping an eye on his bandmates to ensure their formation stayed tight as they moved toward the awaiting fleet of black SUVs. Then came the moment that completely broke the internet. Taehyung paused right at the bottom of the air stair, looking out over the Chicago skyline, and made a subtle, cryptic gesture toward the group behind him. Jimin caught the signal immediately and broke into a soft, knowing laugh, pulling Jungkook forward to check out a mobile screen Taehyung was holding up. Jungkook's face visibly shifted from tired traveler to pure shock in a fraction of a second, a moment caught on high-definition long-lens cameras that sent live streams into overdrive. What did Taehyung show them on that phone? Why did J-Hope suddenly stop in his tracks, look toward the distant crowd, and clap his hands in absolute disbelief? That single detail changed the entire mood of their arrival. As they walked across the tarmac, J-Hope's legendary warmth illuminated the gray airport background, shifting the tension into pure celebration as he waved enthusiastically. You could literally feel the collective breath of the fanbase catch in their throats as the gravity of this reunion set in. The high-speed motorcade carrying Kim Taehyung, RM Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, and Jungkook sped away from Midway Airport under heavy police escort. Inside the SUV, industry insiders reveal that the preview Taehyung showed on his phone was not just a joke. It was an exclusive, locked preview of a project they had been quietly masterminding behind closed doors. Each member immediately dialed into their distinct roles. RM handled high-level calls with management and local production crews to manage their massive media footprint. Beside him, Jin kept the mood grounded with his classic humor to relieve the adrenaline rush. Suga was already locked into creative mode, laptop open, digesting raw audio files and turning the chaos of the landing into artistic fuel, right there in the car. Meanwhile, J-Hope, Jimin, Taehyung, and Jungkook discussed the physical logistics of their schedule. J-Hope ensured their performance logistics remained flawless despite airport delays, while Jimin constantly asked staff for updates on fan safety outside in the chilly Chicago weather. Jungkook, energized by the intense welcome, was itching to hit practice spaces, while Taehyung directed the overarching thematic tone of their Midwestern takeover. As dawn broke over Lake Michigan, rumors converted into undeniable reality. The momentum that started at Midway Airport culminated in a historic moment that shut down entire city blocks. All 7 members stepped out into the heart of the city for a massive unannounced visual shoot and acoustic pop-up performance, right along the Chicago Riverwalk. As the boys emerged from their secure convoy, the sound of the crowd echoed through the urban canyons. RM stepped forward first, microphone in hand, addressing the crowd with effortless leadership. Behind him, Jin and Suga stood shoulder to shoulder, looking out over the sea of fans with deep emotional connection. The performance itself was legendary. J-Hope's radiating energy ignited the space the moment the first beat dropped. Jimin's vocals cut through the crisp air with brilliant clarity, while Jungkook delivered a vocal performance so powerful and stable it validated every bit of hype. Alongside them, Taehyung delivered his signature soulful tones, looking directly into the camera lenses with that captivating aura that started the viral storm on the tarmac. Search engines, streaming platforms, and broadcast networks struggle to process the sheer volume of global traffic. From the initial Midway Airport eruption to the final bows along the river, BTS demonstrated complete mastery over the global culture space. Taehyung's subtle gesture, Jungkook's shocked expression, RM's steady guidance, Jin's comforting warmth, Suga's silent brilliance, J-Hope's undeniable light, and Jimin's deep empathy all wove together to create a historic chapter. BTS came to Chicago, erupted Midway Airport, broke the internet, and left an indelible mark on millions, proving once and for all that whenever all seven meet, magic is guaranteed. The global aftermath of this secret Chicago takeover hit the international press like a freight train. Within hours of their sudden Riverwalk performance, major music publications, fashion directors, and entertainment networks worldwide were scrambling to cover what is already being dubbed the most iconic unannounced drop of the decade. News anchors across major U.S. networks stopped their regular programming just to broadcast live helicopter footage of the thousands of fans still lingering around the Chicago River, hoping to catch one final glimpse of the group. The economic impact alone on the city's downtown district skyrocketed in real time, with local businesses and hotels experiencing an unprecedented surge in demand that only the phenomenon of BTS can trigger. Meanwhile, across social media platforms, the analytical engines of the global fanbase have gone into absolute overdrive. High-definition screen grabs of Taehyung's vintage wool coat, Suga's specific beanie choice, and even the subtle color palettes worn by the rest of the members during the pop-up set are being dissected by top fashion commentators. Internet sleuths have already linked the specific architectural backdrops chosen along the Chicago skyline to hidden clues hidden deep within their previous music videos and era concept books. The viral photo of Taehyung holding up his phone to Jimin and Jungkook has generated millions of individual fan edits, with speculation reaching a fever pitch over whether that single image signaled a surprise world tour announcement or the first single of a brand new era. What makes this specific Midwestern chapter so deeply emotional for everyone involved is the rare, unfiltered glimpse into their actual brotherhood behind the scenes. Close industry sources who were present on the ground at Midway Airport revealed that during the high-stress moments of securing the motorcade and perimeter lines, the members were constantly checking in on one another's energy levels and comfort. RM's decisive coordination with local authorities was matched by Jin and J-Hope's constant effort to keep the mood light and stress-free for the staff. This seamless balance between ultra-professional execution and genuine family dynamic is the exact reason why, even after years at the absolute pinnacle of global stardom, their internal synergy remains entirely unmatched. Choosing Chicago as the backdrop for this historic event was no random coincidence either. The Windy City's rich musical heritage, gritty urban aesthetic, and soulful atmospheric vibe served as the perfect visual canvas for the group's evolving artistic direction. As local security escorted their fleet of tinted SUVs past historic landmarks under the glowing city lights, the contrast between the quiet midnight streets and the digital firestorm raging across the globe created a cinematic atmosphere straight out of a blockbuster film. Chicago didn't just host BTS for a few hours. The city became an active character in a legend that will be replayed and reanalyzed by millions of viewers for years to come. As the heavy motorcade finally made its way toward a private airfield to prepare for their next destination, one fundamental truth remains clear to everyone watching. That single cryptic gesture from Kim Taehyung at the base of the Midway Air Stair was never just a fleeting moment. It was the opening catalyst for a massive global shift that is about to redefine the entire landscape of pop culture once again. The story that began on a chilly Illinois tarmac has officially ignited a firestorm that won't be dying down anytime soon. BTS came, they conquered, and they left the world holding its breath, eagerly waiting to see what magic all seven members will create next.